The evolution from ape to human is a complex process that spans millions of years, and involves a series of gradual changes. Here's a detailed look at this fascinating journey. 1. The last common ancestor, LCA. 1. Time frame, approximately 7 to 10 million years ago. 2. The story of human evolution begins with the common ancestor of humans and our closest living relatives, the chimpanzees, bonobos, and gorillas. 2. This ancestor was likely a primate that lived in Africa and exhibited some of the basic traits seen in both humans and modern apes. 2. Australopithecines, 4 to 2 million years ago. 1. Famous species Australopithecus afarensis, for example, Lucy. 2. Australopithecines were among the first hominins, human-like species. 2. They were bipedal, meaning they walked on two legs, but still had adaptations for climbing trees. 2. They had small brains, about 400 to 500 cubic centimeters, cc, in size, which is much smaller than modern humans, about 1,300 to 1,400 cc. 2. Their bodies were ape-like, with long arms and short legs, but they were capable of walking upright, an important step in human evolution. 3. The emergence of the genus Homo, 2.5 million years ago. 1. Homo habilis, considered one of the first species in the genus Homo, Homo habilis lived around 2.5 to 1.6 million years ago. They had larger brains, about 600 to 700 cc, than Australopithecus and are believed to have used simple tools, marking the beginning of a shift toward more complex behaviors. 2. Evolutionary significance. The development of larger brains and the use of tools set the stage for later Homo species that would continue to evolve in more complex ways. 4. Homo erectus, 1.9 million years ago to around 110,000 years ago. 1. Key features: larger brain, 800 to 1,100 cc, smaller teeth, and body proportions similar to modern humans. 2. Homo erectus represents a significant step in human evolution. 2. They were the first species to leave Africa and spread across Eurasia. 2. Homo erectus used more advanced tools, mastered the use of fire, and developed more complex social structures. 2. This species is also believed to have been the first to exhibit regular bipedal locomotion. 5. Neanderthals, Homo neanderthalensis, 400,000 to 40,000 years ago. 1. Key features: larger brain size, around 1,200 to 1,750 cc, stocky build, adapted to cold climates. 2. Neanderthals lived in Europe and parts of Asia, and are closely related to modern humans. 2. They had a robust physique and were skilled hunters, using tools made from stone and bone. 2. Evidence suggests that Neanderthals had complex language, social structures, and even art. 2. They also interbred with early modern humans, contributing some genetic material to today's human populations. 6. Denisovans. 1. Discovery: identified from DNA extracted from a finger bone and teeth found in the Denisova cave in Siberia. 2. Denisovans are an extinct group of archaic humans that are closely related to Neanderthals. 2. Their exact physical characteristics are still unknown, but genetic evidence shows they interbred with both Neanderthals and early Homo sapiens. 2. They lived in parts of Asia, and their legacy can be found in the genomes of certain modern human populations, particularly in Southeast Asia. 7. Homo sapiens, modern humans, 300,000 years ago to present. 1. Origin, Africa. 2. Modern humans, Homo sapiens, evolved from earlier species in Africa. 2. The transition to modern humans is characterized by a combination of larger brain size, around 1,300 to 1,400 cc, advanced tool use, complex language, cultural practices, and symbolic thought. 2. They gradually spread out of Africa, replacing other human species like the Neanderthals and Denisovans. Key milestones in human evolution: bipedalism, the transition from quadrupedal to bipedal walking, walking on two legs, was one of the most important steps in human evolution. Bipedalism allowed early hominins to use their hands for tools and carry objects, and it also helped them see over tall grass and spot predators. Brain enlargement: over millions of years, the human brain grew significantly in size, particularly the neocortex, which is responsible for higher cognitive functions like thinking, reasoning, and planning. Larger brains also facilitated the development of complex social behaviors, problem solving, and tool making. Tool use: early hominins like Homo habilis used basic stone tools, which were refined over time into more sophisticated instruments. Tool use was vital for hunting, gathering, and later, farming. Social structures and culture: as early humans formed more complex social groups, culture began to evolve. This includes the creation of art, music, and symbolic thought, as well as the development of language for communication. Speech and language: the development of speech is one of the defining characteristics of modern humans. While early hominins like Neanderthals may have had rudimentary language, it was with Homo sapiens that language became fully developed and used for complex communication. Migration out of Africa: Homo sapiens began migrating from Africa about 70,000 to 100,000 years ago, eventually spreading across the globe. During this migration, they encountered other hominin species, like Neanderthals, with whom they interbred. Theories of human evolution: the process of human evolution is often explained through several theories, the most well-known being the out of Africa theory, which suggests that all modern humans evolved from a common ancestor in Africa, and then migrated across the world, replacing other hominin species. Another theory is the multi-regional hypothesis, which suggests that modern humans evolved simultaneously in different parts of the world, with interbreeding between local populations. Conclusion: the evolution of humans from apes is a long and intricate process driven by environmental pressures, genetic changes, and adaptation to new challenges. Modern humans are the product of millions of years of evolution, marked by critical developments like bipedalism, increased brain size, and complex social and cultural behaviors. While Homo sapiens is the only surviving species of human, we share a common ancestry with other extinct hominins, such as Neanderthals and Denisovans, who also played a role in shaping who we are today.